G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and we're going to be diving into another one of our looks at the expansion boxes for Season 3, or the Multiverse Kickstarter range, and this one's going to be a bit of an interesting one. I don't think I've shown off much from this set at all. Yeah, I don't think I've really shown anything from it so far, and I've been sort of holding off on it because like a good friend of the channel, Andrew Fantasia, I don't know if you've caught up with some of our videos where we've been chatting and stuff about the different prospects of the multiverse season coming out and things we were looking forward to. This seemed to be pretty low on both of our lists in terms of just like the theme and just some of the features that were inside the set, and that is the Secret Invasion set, and specifically looking at the Skrulls. We weren't really very excited about the Skrulls, yeah, so I'd sort of been, not they weren't really high on my priority list. However, and so I'm hoping, Andrew, that we're going to be proven wrong here, because pretty early on, when people started receiving their pledges, one of the folks that received their pledge, a guy named Josh, who has a cool company that makes like storage boxes and dividers and all that sort of stuff for Marvel United, amongst other games like Arkham Horror and Marvel Champions and other games called Table Play. He posted some early sort of I guess shots and stuff on Facebook, on the Facebook group, saying how much fun he was having with the Skrulls, and that the actual Skrull fight, so not the Queen. I thought, oh, well, maybe the Queen fight will be fun or something like that, but no, he said that the actual Skrull fight was pretty fun. So I must admit, I hadn't really paid much attention to it during the campaign and that sort of thing as well, so I didn't really look into it that much, but having a look at it, it does look fairly interesting. So I thought, well, let's give it a shot, and yeah, we'll try it out, and hopefully it will be another great set for us. But really, the main aim with these videos anyway is for you guys to sort of see what's in the sets, and sort of that way you can make an assessment about whether this seems like a keeper for you or not. So hopefully Josh will prove us right. Well, prove himself right, I should say. prove Andrew and I wrong, and hopefully we can get a lot of enjoyment out of this one as well. So I was also sort of going back and forth on whether or not to use the Winter Guard maybe as a team. I thought, oh, it's pretty fun using those teams and that sort of thing as well. But I decided, no, let's show off more of what's in the box. So we're going to be using sort of a S.H.I.E.L.D. team at the moment. I've decided to go without using the actual team cards for S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm also going to do without the equipment as well, and I'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But yeah, this is going to be pretty standard in terms of we're going to use the 4 heroes. We're not going to be using any equipment or anything like that, so we're going to keep all the wilds and all that sort of stuff in. I know a lot of people just don't like to play with those anyway, even if you're not playing with the equipment, but we're going to do that. We're also going to feature something that is in the, I'm pretty sure this is in the Secret Invasion set, which is the advanced training deck. I think I've used this before. I know I've definitely used this before in some of my games, but I don't think I've shown it off on the channel yet. I think I was using them when playing with my daughters. So yeah, we're going to show that off as well, and that comes with the Camp Hammond location as well, so we'll get into that as well. But let's start off with the Skrulls and have a look at how they work, because yeah, I was quite intrigued when I started reading about them. I thought, oh, this is actually quite interesting. So if we have a look here, one thing you'll notice is that there is no health here, and there are 4 Skrulls that come in the set. You also get the Skrull Queen, but there are 4 regular Skrull models. Let's have a quick look at those guys, because they are all different, and they've done an interesting thing with these. It's, it could be, you could be like, oh man, how are we going to sort of tell which one is which and keep track of the health and all that sort of stuff, but they've done an interesting thing with these guys. So that's the first model. Here's another one here. So all their silhouettes are quite different as well, which is pretty cool. Let's see if I can get a closer look there. I don't know why I'm bothering to get too close with these. I haven't painted them, so they're probably not that interesting to look at, but that way you can at least get an idea. There we go. And last one. So there's 4 of them there. And you'll notice that they're all starting in separate locations too, and we'll have a look at that too. It looks like the game is quite plays out quite differently depending on the player count that you use as well. So let's flip it around. And there are even some different rules here with the special rules with the player counts, but let's check it out. So you can play with supervillain mode. That would be interesting, but there's special rules here with that. Then it says here, let's see, special setup. So put into play as many Skrulls as the number of heroes. So if you're only playing 2 heroes, then you only fight against 2 Skrulls and so on and so on. So 1 Skrull would go in each location adjacent to the heroes, so they basically surround you at the beginning of the game if you're playing 2 players. 1 Skrull in the villain starting location, 1 Skrull in each location adjacent to the hero starting location for 3, and then 1 Skrull in every location except for the villains and heroes starting location. So we're going to be starting here, so we've got our villains in these spots here, no one up the top there. Alright, so let's flip it over. Now, so this is showing you how many sort of turns you get before the villains activate. So in a 4-player game, the heroes play 4 hero turns after each villain turn until the villain is under pressure. Then they play 3 turns. So normally you play 3 turns and then you play 2 turns when the villain's under pressure, but in a 4-player game, because I guess there's so much crazy stuff going on, they give you a little bit of a boost. So I'm imagining it's going to be pretty hard with 4 players, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, we're going to get 4 turns though. So that already, I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's going to change things up a bit. So we'll see how that goes. I just have to remember to go down to 3 when we put them under pressure. But interestingly, so it seems like it would just be normal for a 3-player game, but in a 2-player game, the heroes always play 2 turns after each villain turn. So there's actually no real downside to putting them under pressure, I guess, or at least that I can tell. Alright, so let's have a look at the rest of the special rules. So when resolving the master plan cards, each Skrull moves and adds civilians and thugs as indicated. Then once they can be damaged, so they become vulnerable, which is after 2 of our missions are completed, a hero can defeat a Skrull by dealing 3 or more damage to it in a single turn. So it's kind of like all or nothing, and that's how they get around that whole like tracking and the different health of the different characters as they move around. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to like it when I'm actually trying to damage them, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So you got to deal 3 damage in a single turn to them. Alright. When a hero is KO'd, Skrulls don't activate their BAM, instead draw a master plan card and add it face down to the storyline. So they're just racing through towards their one of their villainous plots. So remembering that as a standard thing in this game, if the enemy run out of their cards and then they have to draw a card, you lose. So that's one of the ways that they can win there. Now their BAM is that they deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each Skrull's location. So it doesn't really call out specifically, about the master plan cards here, because it's just sort of taken into account that basically they're all going to be hitting you wherever they are, sort of thing. So that's nice and easy. Overflow, well, not really easy, is it? If 1 or more civilian or thug tokens can't be added to a location, remove 1 token. They've been checking my Cameron Hodge homebrew. Remove 1 token from an incomplete mission. Actually, I haven't played through all the hero or the villains in season 1 too, so there's probably someone even way back in season 1 that already uses that mechanic. But I thought it was pretty clever. Although I don't think I came up with that one. I think it was that was Kinstrife, one of the Discord users that helped us out with the idea for that of removing civilian progress or thug progress from the mission. So, but that's interesting that it's used here as well. If that's not possible, deal 1 unpreventable damage to 1 hero in any location instead. So they basically, overflows are bad because it sort of slows down your progress, and it's also bad because if it gets too out of control, then it starts damaging you as well. And our heroic goal is basically to defeat all of the Skrulls in play by dealing 3 damage to each one, like in a single turn sort of thing. So yeah, alright, so that's how they play. So yeah, interesting. Alright, so, and adding to that, we have a whole bunch of nasty threats, and I'm sure they've got some nasty surprises in this master plan deck as well for us. But I was like, wow, okay, that does sound like an interesting fight. So I think Josh is onto a winner here. So Andrew, I hope this is sounding intriguing. It might not be thematically the most enticing thing for us, but I think the battle itself sounds pretty interesting. All right, so the changing people. So this one, and there are two of these, I believe. I'll have to work out where the next one is, but there's if there are any thugs or civilians in this and both adjacent locations, they cannot be defeated or rescued until we get rid of this. So that's seems like a priority. All right, so that's going to be there, and where's the other one? So we've got that in Camp Hammond. So that's where the, and by the way, I don't think I actually sort of pointed this out before, but Camp Hammond is underneath this. Unlike the training mission, which I think comes in one of the X-Men sets that you attach to any location that gives you a little deck of cards you can draw from, this location just specifically has this, so it always has that effect. Now we've also got the raft here, and the raft, I think that's actually from the Civil War set. This is one of the locations that's not in Secret Invasion. I think along with the Statue of Liberty, that's from Maximum Carnage. So the raft is where the other changing people location is. Let's have a look up here. We've got the Peak 7. The Peak 7, Mount Rushmore, and San Francisco, I think, are all the locations that are in this Secret Invasion set. So another thing I wanted to show off was the locations as well. Let's get that focused. Super Skrulls. As long as this threat is in play, Skrulls can't be damaged if there is more than one hero in their location, so you can't gang up on them. Which is, yeah, that's important because you're sort of wanting to... Oh, I guess not. I'm trying to think, like you'd want to sort of give someone a punch and then be able to follow up with a punch the next turn, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I guess they would have to be in your location because you're all trying to do it in one turn. But yeah, okay. My brain's trying to compute how all this hangs together, but there you go. Yeah, so okay. Yeah. So basically you cannot damage them if you are ganging up on them, essentially, whilst this is in play. Okay. Alright, so, and I believe there are two of those, so essentially to block that effect you've got to get rid of both of those. Where's the other Super Skrull? It's over here in the Statue of Liberty location. And then the last set is this one here, which is the Advanced Skrull Technology. Heroes taking damage in this and both adjacent locations take an extra damage. So they're going to be doing 2 damage. Yikes. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a lot of KOing going on. Alright. Yep, there we go. And there's one there, and unfortunately there's one over here in San Francisco, which means we are in a location adjacent. So if we get hit, we're going to be getting hit hard. Alright, and they're going first, I believe, as well. Alright, so I've explained the well, I haven't explained the locations, but I've explained the threats, explained the villain. I'll just give you an idea of these advanced training cards. So just like the normal training cards, there's discard ones, where you basically, once you draw this into your hand, you can basically discard it any time in your turn, I guess, to trigger the effect. And I was going to say there are also others that you don't discard, but it looks like they all looks like you discard all of them. Alright, so there you go. So I think the training cards, I think they have like some that you can discard and some that sort of stick around in play, I think. Could be getting that wrong, actually. Alright, and apologies, I'll try and edit most of it out, but got a bit of a cough and a cold sort of thing, so I could be sort of snuffling and coughing and stuff my way through this, but I'll try and sort of edit most of that out if I can. Oh no, I don't need to lift that up. What am I doing? Showing you this. So this Statue of Liberty also says, at the end of each villain turn, heroes may add 1 civilian to this location. And it's only a spot of 1, 2, 3. So I guess that's pretty risky, but I guess if we're really desperate to try and finish off the rescue civilian mission and they're not dropping much, maybe that could help us out. So speaking of coughing, yeah, there we go. So if you heard that, it means I'm probably not going to sort of commit to editing that stuff out. Alright, so we've got our thing set up there. So let's have a look now at the heroes. So we said we were going with the S.H.I.E.L.D. team. Now, it would be interesting to mix in some of the old S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. We've got like the original, or not, I guess he's not the original, but like the new Nick Fury as well. But for this, I thought I'd show off what's in the box. So we've got old Nick Fury. I think his name is Nick Fury Senior. So yeah, we're going to be using him. I was hunting around for ages in the box looking for his equipment card for his rifle, and then I realized he doesn't have one. So we're going to be using him. We've got, now I believe this is Quake, because she's got the big gloves. There we go. And interestingly, I don't think she has those gloves represented. I don't think the gloves are what give her powers, I guess, but she doesn't have equipment cards either. Now, we've got Maria Hill. So, will be interesting to see how this one goes without them painted as well. I think folks were saying, you know, back in the campaign for Multiverse, they were saying that these two are very similar and should be sculpted a bit different. I think their poses are quite different. They've got quite different silhouettes, but the actual, you know, hairstyles and the uniforms and stuff make them look quite similar. So we'll see if I keep mixing them up during this game. Hopefully not. And then we have an anti-hero here. We have, I hope this is the right model. This is, I believe this is White Widow. So I thought, she's not really a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, but I thought secret agent. And again, you know, in place of Black Widow, we'll use White Widow. And she's got her little wrist gauntlet things on there and all that sort of stuff. She doesn't have battens on the model, but she does have the same baton cards as well as the Black Widow. And I'll just show you these. I'm not using these, and there's a particular reason why I'm not. We'll just have a look here. Now, Widow's Bite. Now, I guess I could just use them and not worry about it, but this one says attach stun token to a henchman in your location, then turn this card face down. Next turn their BAM is cancelled. And then she's also got this one here where you can punch in your location. Then if you defeated a thug or one or more this turn, you perform an extra punch. Then turn this face down. I'll just show you the backs too, just so you can see what they do. But I'm not using this because, I mean, that one about the punching I guess is pretty useful, but this one here in this particular location, in this particular mission, there are no henchmen, so it just seems like a bit of a waste to sort of trade in my double wilds for essentially a useless card. And then this one here gives me a little bit of punching, but it's only really going for thugs, which could come back to bite us, right? Maybe that would be good, but it doesn't let us do extra punches, lots of extra punches, which might help against the Skrulls, I guess. So I just figured I'd rather have my double wild, so there you go. But some of you obviously enjoyed just playing without the double wilds anyway, so yeah, we'll just see how this one goes. So alright, well, I think that's good. We don't actually need to put any health tokens out. We're all good with that. Yep, I think we are ready to get started. We've got the master plan deck set up here. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't shown you the hero card. So let's, I don't think I've shuffled these yet. Let's shuffle old Nick Fury up. And he's got a starting hand card here, which is, if we can get it to focus, Infinity Formula. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when you recover from being KO'd, draw an extra card. Alright, that's not too bad. And then we've got to draw 2 cards off the top here. What have we got here? Nick Fury's got a single heroic there. And another hero of your choice may immediately move and punch, plus you get a punch. Okay, that's cool. He must do a lot of leading type cards, I guess. So that's his starting hand. Now, what I was thinking is, there's a bit of like a Charlie's Angel thing going on here, so I thought maybe we'll put him last and have the Angels going first. So, there we go. Well, speaking of the Angels, let's have a look at Quake. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on, I haven't shuffled her. She also has a starting hand card, so we'll just shuffle her up. 1, 2, and 3. Her starting hand card is that she is a spy. See? As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you end your turn in a location with a henchman, again, you may look at the top card of the master plan deck and you may place it on the bottom. So it seems like the S.H.I.E.L.D. guys are great against hunting down the henchmen and dealing with them. Okay, we've got 2 punches, that's pretty cool. Oh, and double wild, there we go. Alright, good start with her. Let's see, we have Maria Hill. Now, as far as I can tell, she doesn't have any starting hand cards, so let's just shuffle her up. And 1, 2, 3. we'll see what we get. She's a director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So each other hero may immediately wild, and she may draw a card, okay, but doesn't give anyone else anything. She's sitting, she's like a armchair director, I guess, sitting back in the office. Move and punch. And then she's got Master Spy. So we had Skilled Spy and Master Spy. Look at the top card of the Master Plan deck. You may place it on the bottom. So not contingent on Henchmen. Okay, there we go. And, alright, White Widow. I don't really know Black Widow's deck very well. It'd be interesting to sort of compare these two and see how they're different. 1, 2, 3. Or maybe how they're similar too. Alright, here we go. Whoa. Master Fighter. Until the beginning of your next turn, you can redirect the first damage you would take during a villain turn to a thug in your location. Cool. Master Spy. If you're in the same location as a villain, reveal the top 2 cards of the... That's interesting that the ability is the same, but... Sorry, the ability is... Like the title is the same, but the actual ability is different. Reveal the top 2 cards of the Master Plan deck. You may put one at the bottom, or remove it from... Oh, or remove it from the game. And then, White Widow. There we go. Move and punch. Alright. And we've seen Nick Fury, so we'll leave him there. And, alright, we'll see what these Skrulls are going to do to us. So, alright, we're... okay, if any of them land on us, we're in trouble, aren't we? Because we're going to get hit. Is it 1? Deal 1 damage to 1 hero. Okay, at least only 1 hero is getting hit. We'll see how we go. Alright, let's get started. Let's see. Alright, well, we'll check it out. What are they up to? They're going to do something scary. See what it is. Maybe I should hold that back a bit. There we go. Hopefully that's focusing for you. Oh, luckily not a lot of text there for you to focus on anyway. So they're moving 3. Alright, let's see. Right, if they're moving 3, does that mean they don't land on us? Because they're all going to go opposite, aren't they? So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Put him off to the side. 1, 2, 3 off to the side. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3 off to the side. Yeah, they all. Yep. Okay. Right. Probably didn't need to sort of break it down like that, but I just wanted to sort of make sure that's how that was working. Alright, I got to do baby steps here, guys. Baby steps. Alright. My spatial reasoning maths brain isn't the best. Alright, probably on par with my reading brain too. Alright, so... Alright, so they moved. There's no landing spot locations. Now they bam, which is to deal 1 damage. I keep thinking it's 2 because of where we are, but deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each Skrull's location, so that's not a problem at the moment. But what does this say? Does this say heroes taking damage in this and both adjacent? Okay, so it's not like they deal the damage into the extra locations, it's just if they happen to get hit here, they'd be taking extra damage. Alright, so we kind of got lucky there. We kind of got lucky. I shouldn't say we really got lucky, didn't we? Alright, so... Alright, but they're each going to put one of these out. A thug, a single thug. So you can see, oh, that doesn't look like a lot of placement, but if you remember that each of them is doing it, that's going to be like, even a single symbol there is going to be 4 tokens down on the board. Alright. Well, there we go. Now we have 4 hero turns to get moving. So, oh man, I don't like the sound of any of these threats, but I also don't want all this stuff to overflow, and I know that we want to be sort of like getting through these missions because they're going to be sort of robbing them from us, aren't they, if we let the overflows happen. So, now it says, thugs and civilians in this location and both adjacent locations cannot be defeated or rescued unless we get rid of this. So we're going to have to deal with this first anyway. As much as I'd love to deal with this stuff, we have to get rid of this. So, let's see who is up first. We've got Quake with a single Sorry, I shouldn't say single. A move and a punch. Oh, but she does have the double wild, which sounds great. Skilled spy. Alright. So the skilled spy is going to be useless because it requires the henchman, so it's essentially just a movement for us. I'd love to use something like a heroics so that we can save our punches for later on. Save our wilds for later on. That could be a really powerful thing for later, but we don't have any. So we may as well use this to knock a bunch of heroics out at the same time. So let's do that. So I guess we can use wilds. Yep, there we go. So wilds, he's double wilded here because there's no point doing anything else apart from like racing all the way over. Because we've got this one here too. So these cards can't be rescued until this card and this card are removed. So we could try and start clearing some of this. This is going to be a problem for a while, but I guess we have to get rid of this first. Alright, so now Maria is going to... What to do with a problem like Maria? I don't know why I'm shuffling. Okay, what did I just draw? Oh, I think I might have just drawn this. I don't know that she had that in her hand. Or maybe she drew that, I'm not sure. But you've seen the Master Spy and the Director of S.H.I.E.L.D, so she must have drawn one of these two. Well, let me think here. So what we could do... The wild is going to let us finish this off, and that means that we could start rescuing here and here. So we could start dealing with that. What's she got? She's got a single movement. I'm just thinking if we, like, what's the, because I could play, say, the move and punch, right? Because all we need is like a single heroic here, clear that, and then we're free to like move and start punching or rescuing and clearing some of this stuff off, right? Or we could play the double star, and then she could put one star here, then move, and put another star here. Because if in this first round, if we just get rid of both of these, then we're free to sort of get rid of all of these things, aren't we? Maybe. And then I think with this movement with White Widow, then she's able to... Oh no, she wouldn't be. She would need... She wouldn't be able to get over there and put the stars towards this. She would be able to, say, move over here and still sort of use the Master Spy or something like that. Alright. And Field Commander. If we played that, then that's just two movements though, isn't it, for him? Which isn't great. Which is not great. Okay. Doesn't have a lot of stars there either. We don't know what they might draw something else as well. But let's think. She could play Master Spy. So she could just look at the top card of the Master Plan deck and that would save White Widow having to worry about it. We could play the Move and the Punch. So we could at least punch one here and then still sort of move about. Maybe we do that. Or is that going to give... If we play this, is that going to give White Widow what she needs? It gives her enough movement to get over here, but not actually to place any stars down. So, what do I want to do? Maybe she'll draw a heroic, who knows? If we get, see, the other thing is we're close to overflowing here, so if we start getting overflows, is it worth rescuing? Let's see, if one or more tokens can't be added to a location, remove one token from an incomplete mission. I guess we get to choose what token. So as long as we're rescuing a bit of both, then we can sort of use one of them as a sort of buffer. Ugh. This is tricky. Alright. Let me think about this. If I play this, this is going to let me do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh boy. Get a lot of overflow here. Look at the top master plan card. We could play the top master plan card. Then we know what they're doing. Maybe we play that instead. Look at the top master plan card. Place it on the bottom. Yeah, and then that gives us enough. We can still plan around what we want to do, knowing what they're about to do potentially. Still rescue. Why don't we play this? I mean, we could put the stars towards this one as well. You guys are like, just make a decision. This is the early game. This is one of the longest sort of decisions I've had to make. I think this is really, I'm just sort of not sure where to go. Because I could end up using this one where I get to know what they're about to do. Could do more with that. Alright, let's do this. Let's do that. Maria Hill, she's going to... Yeah, let's maybe save that for when we can like finish it off a bit more. So she's going to play this card here, Master Spy. Then we can have a look at what they're about to do. Then we can make some decisions about what we want to do. But I guess one of the things we can do is work on that, can't we? All right. So they're each going to move one, and they're going to put 2 down wherever they go. So I guess the thing is, so we know there's 2 going down here, 2 going here. So there'll be an overflow here. Won't be an overflow here. So overflow, not overflow, but there'll be an overflow here. So unless we deal with these locations, but there's not really much we can do to stop this overflow. So we know that it's probably at least one overflow happening, right? So if we do some rescuing, at least something's going to get used up. But at this stage there might be only one BAM or whatever. I guess that's not too bad. We can maybe leave that one on top. At least we know it's coming. Alright. It does put a lot of stuff out though. Maybe do we hope for one that doesn't put as many out? Like for another one, whilst we can't rescue a lot of them? Maybe we don't want that one. Yeah, you know what, let's put it at the bottom. Okay, so we can't really plan now, but, because we can put that at the bottom, can't we? You may place it on the bottom, yep, alright, wow, okay, being super indecisive here, Dan. Alright, so, but what can we do? Alright, so let's use this star. We'll remove that. There we go. One threat down. Now, does this say remove one token from a mission? Oh no, so our threat. Oh, we've got to be careful here because the threat we can't. Oh no, okay. We don't want the threats to disappear because once we lose, we can't sort of get more back. Yeah, because these don't come back into. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they come back into play through this, but still. Alright, now this, if we stay here, we may draw 2 advanced training cards, keep one, put the other at the bottom of the train deck. So we can draw a training card here for Quake. Is that Quake that had a turn? No. Wait. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, okay. Oh gosh, already I'm getting confused. Alright. So Maria Hill, it's going to be from Maria Hill. Alright, so if we stay where we are. But then we're going to get hit. We know someone's going to get hit, but I guess that's alright. I think we're going to get hit either way. Oh no, we don't, because we don't know where they're going. Okay, yeah. I think we can still put these to use. We could say move and start working on this. But if we rescue one and punch one with the double here, then with the overflows, although see we're not rescuing from, we're not blocking the overflows, are we? But then at least we've got one of each we can sort of lose before we have to lose that. And I'd like to just show off some of these training cards anyway, so I'm going to stay where I am and see how we go. Alright, what have we got here? This is first aid training. A hero in your location draws a card. You may discard a crisis token from any hero or location. Wow. One hero in your location draws a card. Now, I've just drawn this at the end of my turn. So I don't think I'm allowed to use this now. I think I have to wait till my turn before I can use that. Alright. So, White Widow gets a turn. So I sort of maybe, I did want to work on this, but I sort of maybe want to, oh, I can't do anything about stopping that, can I? Oh. So at least one of them maybe wants to come over here and start working on these, because they can be rescued, and that gives us a bit more of a buffer before that goes. So she has drawn, I think she drew the single wild. Okay. She's got a heroic there. Where am I going to go? What do I want to do? I do want to get over here. I could keep spying on them. I could move and put a heroic here. But if I do the move, then if Nick Fury wants to put his infinity formula down, that's not necessarily great. What else has he got? He's got a single heroic there. So maybe instead, I mean, she could redirect some damage. Oh, that would be cool. Until the beginning of your next turn, you can redirect the first damage you would take during a villain turn to a thug in your location. So what's the rule about it cannot be defeated or rescued? So that would still count as being defeated, taking damage. So I think they would still be immune to me directing the damage onto them from the villain. It doesn't say that it's only applies in, villain turns or hero turns or whatever. It just, yeah, so I don't think that one's as effective at the moment. So what are we going to do with her? Maybe she is, she could stay here and farm the advanced training, but I think we're going to do this. I think she's going to, I am using up a punch here, aren't I? We might want those for later on, but I'm going to use a move and punch. So this is White Widow. She's going to come over here and heroic. So she's moved, heroic, and punched. I wonder if I should work on that too. Oh well. Alright. Okay. Certainly seems a lot more thugs at the moment. So thugs might be the ones we should go for, but we've got to be careful because we might run out of civilians. If we don't have enough civilians on here, then we might not be able to use them as a buffer. That's interesting. All right, I like the decision. Like you can see, it's making me take a long time to make decisions, but I like the decisions it's making me make. Now, I'm not used to this. I do get to have another hero turn. Oh man, he's drawn. If only I had that extra movement, I would have loved to have got over there. But I've got two heroics. Man, okay, well, here's the thing. Now I wish I had sort of moved someone over here so they could make use of this next turn, but anyway. Alright, so... I did want to play this Infinity Formula though, didn't I? As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when you recover from being KO'd. I feel like I'm going to get KO'd a lot. I get to draw an extra card. So that'll stop me from getting KO'd. Quicker, I guess. Or do I just sort of get cracking? I could move and double punch. Again, not going to be useful until I get rid of this. So let's just start working our way towards this way. So Nick Fury is going to come over this way. Going to use this movement. Unfortunately, I'm putting the punch to waste, but I think I just need to get cracking on these. So I'm going to put two heroics down here. And yep, that's all she wrote. Okay. Because I can't punch here because these guys are still kicking over here. Alright, but hopefully I can make this a bit of a safer space over here. Alright, so where's the other dangerous space? Over here? Yep. Okay. This might be good too. Alright. Yes. Alright. So, let's put these under here. Alright. That is everybody's turn. It's now time for the Skrulls. Alright, so what are you guys thinking so far, apart from the fact that I need to make some snappier decisions? I highly recommend, this is a good time to point out, if you're not already doing it, I highly recommend you speed me up to at least 1.25. But I like this fight. I like it. Alright, so they're moving one. Oh, but there's no... Oh, okay, this could be bad. I don't know if I held that up long enough, considering it's got text on it. Let's just have a look there. But, so they're moving and bending, not placing anything at least. There's something going on with the things at the bottom here, but let's do the movement first. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is bad news for White Widow because she's going to get hit. Although, is she in a spot that's dangerous? She is too. Hero's taking damage in this and both adjacent. Yes, so she's going to take 2 hits. So White Widow gets hit twice. Let's put the Master Fighter thing away because she can't use it at the moment. And let's put the Master Spy away because I think I'd rather have... or would I rather have movement to get around where I need to go? Would I rather have the wild? I think I'd actually rather maybe have the movement. Yeah, okay. Let's keep the Master Spy out. We'll put these ones away, so we'll put Master Fighter at the top. Okay. Alright, who else got hit? Someone over here. So either Quake or Maria Hill. Well, now, oh yeah, heroes in this and both adjacent spaces. Yeah, okay, so we haven't quite finished this one off yet, so someone is taking 2 hits. I think, let's say Maria. Let's put her double punch towards the bottom, and let's put the skilled spy at the bottom too, because that's not going to help us, and the double punch might be useful later on when we're trying to take them down. Okay. Right. Now I can see a problem with what I've done here. Maybe I want to hope that there's more civilians because and work on the civilians. Well, there's not many of them, are there? But I don't want to be spending all of my punches that I might be using later on. Yeah, to hunt these guys down. What does this say? Hiding in plain sight. Turn all thugs in each Skrull's location. Oh, into, well, there you go. Into civilians. Oh, 1, 2, 3. This would be where I really should be using the the regular tokens for this, shouldn't I? Because it'd be easy just to flip them over. But I love using these awesome minis from Mars. I'm probably not showing that very well there. Yeah, they're just a lot of fun to use. So, alright, so we swapped them over. This guy, oh, now, if there are no thugs there, they add a civilian. So one goes here, one goes here. Well, now we've got plenty of civilians, and one goes here. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. We didn't have any overflow. That's not too bad. Alright. Got a whole bunch of people beaten up though. But, you know, them's the breaks. Alright, so speaking of breaking things, let's have a turn with Quake here. Alright, so Quake's drawn a movement, and she's drawn a punch, which isn't super useful. Because I don't know that there's anyone that she can really use a lot of this with. Well, in that case, let's use the movement. Where is she? She's here. Because I've got a double heroic, so I could use one heroic to rescue there, and another heroic, sorry, and the movement to move here, and then the other heroic to finish this card off. That makes this area a bit safer. Also, it's another mission completed. It's getting us closer towards this one, which we need to get rid of. And if I'd used the punch, then I wouldn't have been able to punch these guys because they're still immune here. Okay, I think that's the best we can hope for. I could have stayed there and drawn a card, but yeah, let's see how we go. Now, first aid training. One hero in your location can draw a card. Right, so we could use this to heal, say, Quake a little bit if we step into her location, or we could use it to start walking this way and helping White Widow, healing her up as well. Let's see what she draws. So Maria has, ideally I would love to have, I've already given her a movement, I'd love another movement and a star, but it doesn't look like it's on the cards. Oh, spoke too soon, there we go. I like it, I like what I'm seeing here. So, oh, now, something I forgot. I did something wrong too. When I took this advanced training card, I'm just going to keep it, that's fine, but the rule is with Camp Hammond, I didn't actually read the thing for you here, but I remember this from when I played with my daughter. You actually draw 2 advanced training cards. It actually says it right here. You keep one and put the other on the bottom of the training deck. So you actually get a little bit of choice of which ability you're going to get. But we won't worry, we'll just do that if that comes up later. So I'm going to play this one here. That's going to give me the 2 movement I need. 1, 2. And I can place a star here. On the way through, I will Oh yeah, sorry, on the way through, I was like, where's that ability? It's right here. I'll use the first aid training. One hero in your location draws a card. There are no crisis tokens as far as I can tell in this mission, so we won't worry about it. Now, in terms of the discarding, I'm not sure where this goes, if it just goes off to the side or you put it at the bottom of the deck. Just to keep things a bit neat and tidy, I'm going to put it at the bottom of the deck because I doubt we're going to cycle through that many. Quake. Quake, you're going to heal up. Probably would have been nice to heal her, but I guess she's standing in a dangerous spot anyway, so this way if Quake heals and she gets hit, she's only getting hit for one, so we're preventing a KO. So what have we got here? Oh, just a single punch. Alright. Come on, guys. Just need 2 stars over here. So. So that was Quake, was it? Wait. What's happening here? Why has Quake played that card? Wait a second. What's happening here? What did I just do? Oh, did I draw... What's going on? Okay, hold on a second. Where did this card come from? Did I draw this off the top of her deck when I went to draw a card for her? Why do I have a Marie? What? What? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it was her turn. She played the movement to get here. I must have drawn from the wrong deck, so... Alright, that would have been sitting here. So unless Maria Hill can get here, we can't heal Quake. Oh, sorry guys. Whoa, we've got to take that back. Okay. Man, forget the models being confusing, the cards are too similar too. Alright, so I think I was supposed to draw a card off the top of the deck here. Is that right? What am I doing here? Alright. Oh man, and she's got a... so we're not going to be able to work on this at all. Now. Right. So, what are we going to do with this hand of cards here? Because she's back over here. She can't do anything towards this. I suppose I want to give her, I don't know, what do I want to do with her? Does she go over and... I mean, healing White Widow is not going to do much, is it? Because it's only going to give her a single card, and if she gets hit, she's getting hit for 2 again. But I guess if Maria goes over there, Maria could take the hit for 2. Boy, oh boy. Not great. Each other hero may immediately wild. Oh, it'd be great if they could wild over here. I've got to play that one later. Okay. Yeah, see, I could play this. But that doesn't do anything. Move and punch and star, but no, I can't do anything about these guys. Move and punch again. Nothing I can do with that. I guess I'm going to have to send her this way. Yeah, alright. So... what do we want to do over there? We've got move, and punch. We could get over here and punch this guy. We could move, punch, and star. The punch isn't going to do much. We could move and double star. Yeah, I guess. So we could move. So there's no point removing this one, apart from opening this up, but no point removing this one unless we remove the other one as well, but we're kind of already locked ourselves into going for this and this. But it is a nasty thing. As long as this threat is in place, Skrulls can't be damaged if there is more than one hero in their location. Ugh. Maybe it's worth getting rid of that, because it might come up later. So move and double star. Move and punch. Move double star. No, you know what? I don't think I want to spend the double star on that. Let's maybe move star and punch. So let's move. We'll heal up White Widow. Give her a card. Gosh, she gets a single movement. We'll keep stepping through. We'll punch this thug here. Okay, I don't know, I think I'm all flustered making bad decisions now. Everything I'm trying to do is like not quite working. Alright, so now, speaking of White Widow, alright, so she gets, now she gets a move and a star, so at least Nick Fury can use that to start heading over here. So let's definitely play that. So she's going to play a move and a star. And see, we wouldn't have drawn that unless we'd healed her, so that's actually not too bad. So let's, oh, she can move star and punch, but it's not a punch. I didn't think about that either. I should have played two heroics. Yeah, oh well. What's she gonna do? Move. Let's rescue this guy since he's in a spot that can overflow a bit more. Then she's going to oh, now she could actually step here, because that way she's not in a spot where she's going to get hit twice, and she can now draw 2 training cards. Or we could end up over here. Oh, interesting. Hold on a second. So we could either draw two training cards, or we could land over here, and if we can show stars, which we can't, no, okay, so we don't want to land here, because if we can gain a movement token if we can show a star, or if we can show 2 stars we can get a punch token, but that's not going to work, so we'll take a training card. Here we go. Alright, so we can either take teamwork training, alright, or psychological training. We'll see what these do. Alright, so double the movement symbols at the bottom of the previous hero. God, that would have been handy. And cancel an effect that would force you to play your card randomly or face down. Well, I don't think that is in this one, so let's get rid of that, and we'll use this double movement one so to get where we need to go. So who was that? That was White Widow. Trouble is now we're going to be able to get exactly where we need to go here. Alright, so our last turn before... Oh man, alright, so last turn before the bad guys, but let's at least get cracking on this. So 1, 2, 3, and then at least Quake's in the right spot, so she's close, so she can finish this off hopefully for us. So we're going to step in, we're going to put 2 stars down, and then we're looking good. Alright, then we can start smashing this stuff out as well. Alright, so that's pretty cool, happy with that. We did a move, we did all that. Hopefully I haven't cheated. I definitely messed something up there before, but I think we fixed it. Let's have a look at the bad guys. Alright, what are they going to do to us? We had a chance to mess with their plans, but they're back. What are they going to do? They're moving 2, then they're bamming. Oh, then they're doing that plain sight thing, and they're turning everyone into civilians. Yeah, so we definitely want to smash the civilian stuff out now while that's going on, because otherwise I feel like there's going to be some of them that do the other opposite way. So let's move them 2. So 1, 2, put them on the corners when we've moved them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Wow, they landed... Ooh, almost everyone got hit there. Alright, so I think we're about to get a lot of bams happening here. Alright, so So let's put them in their spots now. So she's getting hit for 1, but she didn't get healed, so she does get KO'd. Alright, that's a KO. Now when there's a KO, we just place a thing down, don't we? Yep, okay, 1. Over here, Nick Fury, he's taking 1 hit. Maybe I should put the move and punch at the bottom. Alright. Because now I'm getting close to being KO'd. Maybe I should put the Infinity Formula thing down at some point. Alright, so he's not KO'd. So that was 1. So this is Nick Fury. Okay, but he's not in a danger spot, is he? Is this the danger spot? There's only 1 danger spot left now, right? I think so. So only her. So now, Maria Hill, she gets hit for 2. Alright, so she's going to lose... Oh, is she gonna... Maybe... Man, I could like immediately wild with everyone, that would be great. Maybe I'll lose these now. Oh, but she could use the double heroic. That could be really useful. But then so could each other hero may immediately wild and she can draw a card. Oof. Because that's not necessarily great late game when we're hunting them down, so maybe that's a better card for now. The heroics might be better later. I'd rather... I feel like those heroics could be really useful for sort of racing us with some rescuing though. Yep. And you know what? She's going to go before White Widow though. And then White Widow's not in a spot to do anything. So maybe I do put that one, maybe let's put that one at the bottom here. Let's keep the double stars out. Okay. So she's been KO'd. She took 2 hits. She survived. He took 1 hit. Alright. And then they're going to turn everyone. So this guy lands here. He puts the civilian out. They're getting close to doing their thing now, aren't they? Oof. Alright, so 2, 3. Getting close to getting some situations where some overflow could happen. Alright, hiding in plain sight. Over this way he puts 1 out. And over this way he puts 1 out because there's no thugs in that location. Alright. Probably should put that there and this one over here. Alrighty then. So, Quake. Let's get you up and running. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's got 4 cards. She's got a single wild. She's got a long range something. I noticed there's 3 punches. That seems like it could be pretty useful down the track. She's got a single punch and she's got a move and a heroic, which I think is what we want. Yep. Alright, move and heroic. What's this one? You may forfeit a move action. Oh, we've got to set her up with a move though if we want to use this one. To triple punch against a single target in the opposite location or a location adjacent to that. Wow, that's okay, it's cool, but it's like it has a lot of setup. Alright. Let's do this. So I've got to remember that Nick Fury needs to give her some movement. Okay, at some point. So she's going to stand up, she's going to jump in here, she's going to clear that, which means we can actually start rescuing and doing some things now over this side of the board too. So now we've got free reign to do some rescuing and punching thugs and stuff. That's going there. You may discard a card if we stay here. So we've moved. Well, we're going to have to stay here because we don't have any other movement. You may discard a. Card or action token to move to any other location with a henchman, and then deal. Okay, with a henchman. All right, so this is a useless location because it's henchman. All right, but we may as well do one more rescue since that's all we've really got. So that's good. All right, then we have the Maria Hill going. All right, so Maria. She's drawing some overtime required. That looks interesting. Some sort of wild going on there. Alright, so we're still not... We want to do some more rescuing and complete one of these so we can get cracking on defeating them. You may discard any number of cards from your hand, but not your last card, to perform the same number of wilds. Oh, okay, well we don't have a lot of cards built up for her, so that's not a great one at the moment. So let's use this. Oh wow, we can use this to do 3 rescues. That might be good. Who's coming up next though? We want to tee this up with her. We want her to get somewhere where she can finish off a thingy quickly or something like that. So what's she got? She's going to be able to do 2, plus I can do 3, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, so we're not going to really be able to do it, but if we can put them under pressure. So maybe she goes 1, So this one is, I don't like this one where we take extra damage, but I also don't like these ones where we can't gang up on them. But we'd have to get rid of 2. Let's just focus on this, I guess. Yeah, and we'll just have to try and pick them off one at a time, I guess. Which way is she going to go? Maybe she puts, so she's done 1 on there. Maybe she puts 1 down here. And then she moves and rescues 1 here. Right. I don't know if that's great. So we've done 3. 1, 2, 3. Now White Widow. She's going to draw a card. She's got some master fighting going on here, but there's no actually there's no thugs out, are there? All right. I think. Oh, you know what? If we just stay away from them, this isn't, no, but see. What's she got? She's got 2. We could look at the master plan card. We could do a movement and look at the master plan card. Although that might be handy later on, although maybe we should just use it now. Put one at the bottom. We can also double our movement, so we can get over there. But I think what we need to do before these guys start turning everybody into a thug, maybe we want to finish this off now. You know what, let's do this. Let's play move. Let's double the movement at the bottom of the previous hero card. Oh, it doesn't double our movement, it doubles the previous hero card. Okay, so we can't do that. Alright, so what I want to do, I wanted to get over here and put one on here and like rescue one, and that way we haven't tipped it over but we're like close, but that's not going to work. So in that case, let's step over here and just make that less likely to overflow. We don't have anything to show here, unfortunately, but now. The other thing we could do is to give Nick Fury a turn. We could just rescue one from here and put a single star here. In which case I wish I'd sort of moved her there. I'll put one there because then at least we're sort of working on that. Where was I? Was I here? I think I was here. So I think I want to give Nick Fury a turn before they go, so step. Oh, I keep forgetting this is not if you're in this location. I could have chosen at the end of that turn to put another civilian here, and then I could have rescued two. But I wasn't thinking that, so I won't do that. But yeah, that's interesting. I could have rescued two from here. All right, I think I'll just rescue one, and I mean that's maybe a good idea to do it from here too. Is it for each one? Oh no, it's only for if one or more. Alright, so, and do I put a star here just to be, you know, feeling cute, just to sort of give myself one more time and then potentially give myself something to work on over here if I get more stars later on. Looks like a bit of a waste of the double stars though. Alright, let's do it. Let's move on with Nick Fury. What's he up to? So, he is going to... Oh, he doesn't have any stars. I didn't think about that. He doesn't have stars. So there wasn't really much point him... Oh, man, that's silly of me. There's not really much point him going now if he can't really contribute to the thingy. But I've drawn my card now. It's too late. Alright. Another hero of your choice may immediately move and punch. There's no point punching. That move and punch is useless, so... Oh, man. That's lame. Well, at least I've given Quaker a punch, but again, she a move, but she can't use that, because we can't hurt them at the moment. Alright, well, what's an end of turn location? Maybe with Nick Fury, he moves over here. To try and draw some training, and now if he gets KO'd he can draw a card instead. That was a wasted turn. That was really silly. I should have finished one of these off. Alright, I can get teamwork training, double the number of punch symbols at the bottom of the previous card. Oh, now that could be super useful when trying to hunt one of them down. That might be a good one. Reflexes, move to an adjacent location. This can be used right after the villain movement during a turn. Yeah, see, that could be good, but I like this teamwork training. I really need that to Nick Fury. We'll put the other one at the bottom. Alright. Let's see. So it's the bad guys. Alright, so they're still not under pressure yet, but they're also not vulnerable. What are they up to? They're going to do something scary. Alright, oh, they're not moving. Oh, are they bamming? They are bamming. They're putting a civilian out too. One. No overflow. Oh, sorry, not doing the overflow yet, or the thing yet. I've got to do the bam. So, no one. She gets hit for one. Let's put the single punch away. He hits no one. He hits Black Widow. There is a double spot here, so Black Widow is going to get KO'd. Oh, bummer. Alright, let's put her double fighter thing at the bottom there. That's a KO, so she is KO'd. That's another card down, that's not great. Then, luckily Nick Fury dove out of the way over here, so I think that's the only two that get hit. Just those two. Alright, but they do place out some more civilians, so 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, this could be a lot of overflows. 3, 4. Yep, okay. And again, I'm putting these in the wrong order. There we go. Alright, so it is time for Quake. Alright, Quake, you... Ooh, punch against up to 3 different targets in your or a J... Oh, man. See, that one's actually not that useful. Because there's no thugs, and doing a punch against 3 different targets is... Well, up to 3 different... Punch? Yeah, no, okay, so that would only do a single punch against up to 3 different targets. Okay. Okay, so that's not actually going to help us. We get the punch, plus this punch, so if she gets a punch from another person, that could help, but only in her location. That could be 3, but yeah, alright, so let's lose... No, hold on, we're not losing anything, we're I think, did I draw? I think I drew a card. That must have been what I drew. So what am I going to do this turn though? So the name of the game at the moment is to rescue and clear thingies. So, alright, well let's do it. Unfortunately Nick Fury's not going to have a turn in this round because I think we're going to be making them vulnerable and under pressure now. We're going to be making them under pressure now, I think. Or at least in this round I'm hoping. Where is she? She's over here. I've got a movement, and I may as well do this one. Do a wild, and so we can move and wild. She doesn't have anything to show here, so I may as well just stay here and clear this one. Excuse me. So we'll rescue one. That is going to clear that mission, so that now they no longer can be stolen from us because it's a cleared mission. But that means that now the options are only these, so we could start losing our threats, which is problematic. But I think we're okay, I think we can deal with that. Now we could move, but I think I'll stay here because this one needs a bit of clearing, also it's less dangerous than standing over here. Alright, Maria, so she has 2 cards. Exceptionally trained. You may either punch, or once during the next villain turn, if a villain ends their movement in your location, you may immediately move to an adjacent one, and she can do some more punching. Not really what I'm planning on doing. Where is Maria at the moment? I need to get over here and clear one of these, but she's over here. Okay, so she can come over here. You may discard any number of cards from your hand to perform that number. Oh, okay, so she could move. Right, if she moves now, and she plays, so she's here, she could move, play the wild, KO herself. Oh, but not your last card. That is my last card. Oh, I can't do it. Alright. Oh, man, frustrating. Okay. So she's going to move in and place 1 wild from this card down here. Then, unfortunately, White Widow... Oh, man. here's the problem. White Widow's drawing a bunch of cards, but she can't damage. She's drawing 4, she's waking up, but she's going to need to step in. Oh, but we can use the teamwork training, because I was going to say we can't, but I don't think I've got enough punches here. No, I need more punches. So, you know what, in that case, oh, now interesting. Alright, so, alright, because what I was thinking is, alright, well I can't use the punches. I was going to try and use, say, the wilds here to move in, place a thing down to finish that off, but then we could also move again. We could move back here and then maybe punch this guy with the last thing, because we can't punch him because of these cards are here. So because I'd be standing in the same spot with Maria, we can't hurt them. Is that right? As long as this thread is in play, Skrulls can't be damaged if there is more than one hero in their location. Yeah. Alright, so that's not going to work. So then I was thinking, okay, hold on. So I've got this move and heroic, so I could just use the move and heroic to finish that off and not have to waste any punches. But then I was thinking, oh, the other thing too, I couldn't do a single punch on them because I've got to deal 3 to them as well, right? That was the other thing I forgot. But then I was thinking, okay, hold on, don't play that, because if I play the double wild, then I can move in, finish this off, and be giving a better opportunity for Nick Fury, wherever he is, to be able to do 3 damage to a Skrull straight up if he gets a bunch of punches. So, yes, alright, so that may be what I do. I'll play the double wilds in hopes that Nick Fury gets... The problem is Nick Fury's in this spot here, so unless one of them lands on him, he may... Oh, he's got a move, and he does have a move, and although if he gets it for... Is he going to get it for 2? I don't think he will, but he's got a move and punch, so even if they land next to him, he can move and punch. Surely someone's going to land next to him, right? Okay, so... Or on him. So we'll do that. We will... Now, do we want to rescue? I don't think we do. I think what we want to do here is place 1 here, so if we, just in case we can start working on this, maybe, or is it better? Or are we better off just managing the overflows at this stage? I don't know that we're going to get through these, but maybe. All right, so I'll put 1 here. I'll step in here. I will. Or should I manage the overflow? I don't know. And then I'll clear this. All right, so now at least they're not going to hit us for 2 anymore. So that's good. We've cleared the last mission. So now anytime there's overflows, it's just going to affect the thugs. But then if these thugs run out, then we start getting hit with unpreventable damage, I think. All right, so that happened. I haven't had any overflow yet, have we? Alright. But that could be coming up pretty soon. So we moved. Yeah, I think we're okay there. We moved, we did a double. Yep. We didn't need to sort of do a double move there, did we? I suppose what we could do, we could spend this now and end up over here. Just so we're not all clumped up. Does that matter? Or maybe I should save this for another time when I might need to get to someone to attack them. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright. Oh, what does this say? If all non-KO'd heroes... Oh, no. We all have to be here to get a wild token. Sorry, a heroic token. That's not going to work. Okay. So in that case, I think it is... it is the Skrulls' turn, because now they're under pressure. Okay, so under pressure, here we go. And they're moving 2. 2, ooh, but they're putting a lot of stuff out, so maybe I should have done some rescuing here, shouldn't I? I think we're going to get some overflows, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. Then they're putting a thug and civilian, so no, they can't do that here. Oh, hold on, BAMs. So no BAM, no BAM, no BAM. Yes, someone here needs to take a hit, either White Widow or I guess we'll take it on White Widow. Maybe we'll lose the moving star. White Widow. Instead of Maria, Maria, because Maria's only got the one hit. Yeah, definitely we'll take it on her. He takes a hit. So Nick Fury will lose the field commander, since getting a single move and punch isn't going to help when we need to be able to do 3 damage to them. Alright, so then they place things out. So we've got, so there's no KOs, but there is a overflow here. So we lose 1. There's an overflow. No, hold on. What are we doing here? We've got 1 and 2. Uh-oh. 1 and 2. There's 1 over here. 1. Uh-oh, this could be problematic. And 1 and 2 here. 1, 2. So only 1 overflow. That's not too bad. Alright. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Did we get a KO? No KOs. 1 overflow. So there's nothing coming out here. Alright, good. I think we're okay. Don't think we cheated there. Nick Fury, you, sir, are going to... What does this say? Let's double the punch symbols at the bottom of the previous hero card. We've only got heroics, not heroics, wilds. Nick's going to draw a card. He's got another hero of your choice, mate. Oh, now... No, okay, because we need the punch. I was going to say, we could start clearing a bunch of stuff here too and do some punches, but we're going to need that punch. So Nick's going to do this. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to take out... Now, here we go. We've got a choice. We could take this guy out. Where's Quake? She's over here. Now, hold on a second. We're giving Quake a movement. Oh, man. Oh, I totally should have moved her. Because now Quake... Oh, no, hold on, we can still do it. I think we can still do it. Because Quake... Quake would have been able to shoot across to this location and then hit either this location, or this location with 3 punches. But these 2 are hanging around here, which means this guy is safe. But we can... Which one is which? Who's the scroll? What we can do is Nick can move to here, punch 1, 2, 3, take out this scroll, down he goes, leaving this scroll alive. Now she can forfeit the movement and attack this location. I think that's how that works. So let's draw a card for her. It is her turn. She's drawn a single heroic, but she can play this long range strike. So you may forfeit 1 movement, which is this one, to punch 3 times against a single target in the opposite location or a location adjacent to that, which is these 2, which means we can target this guy. Yeah, we got him with the long range strike. Holy moly! All right, that was a close one. Now Nick, the other thing too, Nick ended his turn in this location. He had a heroic in his hand, so you may gain a movement token if you reveal at least 1 heroic symbol at the bottom of your card. So he's got a movement token there too. Now, Quake's had her turn. Where did she end? She ended here. She can discard a token, which she doesn't have, or a card, which she does have, but I don't think I want to do that, to move to any other location with a henchman. Well, we can't move to a location with a henchman. So this means we get to have a turn with Maria Hill before the bad guys go, because now we're up to three turns. Alright, so she's got one card, she's going to draw another one. Can she do 3 damage? I don't think so, because Quake's given us nothing. Exceptionally trained. You may... Well, I'll let you guys have a read of that. I forget what this one does. She's had this in her hand for a little bit, so you guys probably remember. But you may either punch, or once during the next villain turn, if a villain ends their movement in your location, you may immediately move. Right, so the choice here is, it's not going to be useful, but it could help set up the next character. It could give White Widow what she needs, since she's got the double punch here. So where is she? She's here. Problem is, she's here. So if White Widow were to stay here and use this and use the double punch, she can't do it because she's stuck in this spot together with her. But you may either punch, or once during the next villain turn, if a villain ends the turn in your location, you may immediately move. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Okay, hold on. Because I was going to say, the other thing I could do is play the star to sort of like start removing some of these overflow spots, but I'm going to do this one in the hopes that what happens now, she can at least punch this guy. Alright, that's going to stop a bit of overflow, hopefully. Whoopsie, he goes over here. Now, you may either punch, but I'm not going to do that, or once during the next villain turn, if a villain ends their turn in my spot. So if someone does land here, which is what we would want for Black Widow or White Widow to be able to do her thing, then she could jump out of the way, allowing her to actually do the hit. So that's what we're going to hope for. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, we've done that. Okay, we've given a punch to White Widow. So hopefully if someone lands in White Widow's spot, she can take one of them out. Let's see what they do. Alright, what are they up to? They're not moving. Right. I think I saw that. There's a 0. And they put out a single heroic, a single bad guy. So let's have a look at this. So they don't move, but I know that for the purposes of, so what is the wording on that? For the purposes of like when they go into landing spots and stuff, the 0 movement, if they're in that spot, they still kind of count as landing there. You may either, once during this turn, if the villain ends their movement. Well, they are ending their movement there, aren't they? So I think this works. So now, I think we're going to take some damage here, but I think it's okay. So he's staying where he is, not hurting anyone. She's then going to dive out of the way. If she dives here, this guy, this card here, she'd get KO'd because she'd end here and then he'd bam her. So it'd be good for her to be there so she could attack him, but I think we're going to go over here and avoid that. So she's going to dive out of the way. I like how these cards are comboing together. This is pretty cool. You may either, yep, then you may immediately move to an adjacent one. So now White Widow's the only eligible target, but she's luckily got a buffer there, so she takes only 1 hit. Okay. No one else takes any hits, but then we have some overflow. So there is 1 overflow here, so we lose this thug. We do then place a thug out here in this spot. And that's all they did on their turn. So now we can take out with White Widow. Doesn't even matter what we draw next, or does it? She's got gauntlets. So she's got the gauntlet recharge, which we're not using the gauntlet, so she could just do a single punch, which isn't going to cut the mustard. Gives us some movement, but we don't really need that. We don't have any movement to double with this one here, so we're going to put that there. That's a double punch. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to be enough to take care of this Skrull here. Okay, so no matter what happens now, at least we've taken out 3 of the 4. So this might be a bit trickier now because it's been kind of like easy to rely on, okay, someone's going to land on us, right? But now not so much. And I'm not sure that Mr. Nick Fury has the movement to get where he needs to go. But let's have a look. He's got 1 movement, but not quite 2. He can double the punch symbols on the previous. See, this would be great. If he can get a movement, if I draw a single movement here, we've got him. If not, then we're at their mercy for a bit longer. Alright, let's have a look. Please be a movement. I don't think it's a movement. I think there's a single punch there, is there? Ah, there is too. What a bummer. Alright, so. Well. Can we set up, who's next? Quake. Can we set up Quake? Because we're going to get a turn with Nick Fury, but then we get a turn with Quake before they go. So, what's Quake got? She's here. Punch against up to 3 different targets in your or an adjacent location. So that only gives her 1 punch there. We would need her to be in there, and then we could give her this punch plus this punch. So no, she's not going to be able to do it with this card. Because if we give her this, she can only punch twice, right? Twice in an adjacent location and twice in her location. There's nothing there for her to punch, no movement there. Okay, so that's maybe not the best one to play at the moment. He's got a movement. The movement's not going to help. If we sit here in this location, if we play this one, knowing that she's not going to be able to set up the punch, like she's not, like doesn't matter if we give her not a punch because she's not going to be able to do it either way. unless she drew, but I don't think she's got anything where she's going to be able to do 2 punches and a move. Surely not. No. Okay, so if we sit here, this way we can do a bit of clearing. 1. We end here. Oh no, but we're not showing a... Oh, interesting. Right. Because what I was thinking is show the star and gain another movement, so he's got 2 movement to get where he needs to go if it ends up being him. But then we'd have to play that, and there's nothing for him to do with those punches. Whereas if we do this, we can block a bit of overflows for a while. Yeah, having a single movement's still not bad, I guess, but he can't do much with it. We could move... Oh no, we're not moving, are we? So this is going to let him... Did I already do the rescue? I think I did. So that's 1 rescue. Apologies if that's not right. And then someone else can move in wild, move in star, I should say. So, well, you know what? She could finish this. What is this? She could finish this off. You may relocate any number of civilians from this location to other locations to gain movement. So she could clear that, or, and then like say move here or something like that. Where are we? We're here. Who's coming up next? It's going to be... Oh, wait a second. So if she moves there, she still doesn't have enough to do the punches she needs. What do I want to do? Do I want to clear this and then hopefully clear that later or something. Yeah, let's maybe do that. Alright, we'll clear that, and then where's she going to move? Is she going to stay there? Maybe she stays there. Alright. Don't really know where this guy's going to land. Alright. Could have cleared one of these spots, I guess. Alright. Maybe that was a better use of my time. Although we don't want them teaming up, do we? No, we don't want to be in the same spot with someone else. Alright. So, it's now Quake's turn. So what's Quake going to do? So Quake gets to draw a card. So she's got another one of these earthquake generation things, but it's got a heroic at the bottom. So I think in this case, I'm probably better off. Where am I, Quake here? What have I been given? Heroic. Well, there's not much I can do about that. Man, I'm just thinking Maria Hill, if she ends up in a spot. No. Maybe we just try and start working on this. No, I can't do that, can I? I can't actually get there. Should we give punches then? No. What's Maria Hill going to do? What if she got something decent though, and then we just needed that one more punch? I think we're relying on Nick Fury and White Widow to get it done here, seriously though, guys. Alright, so let's do that. We're going to play 2 heroics, then we're going to use the Earthquake against just this single thug. There we go, buys us some time hopefully. Then it's going to be the bad guy's turn. Oh no, hold on, do we want to step anywhere? We can't step anywhere, no. Alright, so what are they up to? Alright, so they're going to move 1. White Widow unfortunately gets taken out here. That is a KO. Skrull Deception, turn all civilians into in their location. So, well, I wonder if I was doing that everywhere or only in their locations. I don't know. I can't remember if I did that a couple of times wrong. So these guys all get turned into thugs. So luckily that means no overflow. 1, 2, 3. And we're on to the next challenge, which is, she's KO'd, but it's not her turn, it's Maria Hill's turn. So maybe Maria Hill can give, maybe she can give nothing. Alright, so she's got a bunch of rescuing stuff here she can do. So I may as well just play a single star since we don't really need the movement, do we? Although maybe she could play the move and star, then she could maybe step in here, get a training card, and she can rescue this guy. Yeah, rescue. 1, 2, what have we got? So, solo training. After the current turn, play another turn as the active hero. Oh, this does not delay the next villain turn. You can get like 2 turns in a row. Teamwork training. If you set yourself up with like some double punches, that could be good. Teamwork training, double numbers. Yeah, let's take the solo training because the other one is just taking stars there. Well, basically doubling our stars on the previous card. Alright, so that's what she did. Then alright, we're hoping. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have had, because I don't think there's anything that's going to give us 3 punches here, right, with her. No. Bummer. Alright, well, let's take a... Oh, he's on the opposite side, so Nick Fury's not going to be able to do anything either. Ah, man. Frustrating. So who's it? This is her turn, Nick Fury. So she may as well... She gives a... 2, nothing there. There's nothing he can do really, I don't think. And Quake. What can Quake do? There's not much there. Too far away. Well, I guess we... let's just play one of these down, I guess. Here we go. Alright, let's just check the time on the camera. Well, we're looking alright for the moment. Okay. Okay. What did I just... oh, sorry, that goes there. What do I... what was I doing? Where was I? Here? Move, star, and punch. I'm just trying to think. Maybe do I just try and clear this so we can start ganging up on them if we need to? Yeah, let's do it. Let's play that instead. I'll move with her and we'll put a star and a wild down. Next. Okay. Have I got the order of these wrong? He's having a turn, she's having a turn, she's having a turn. It's Nick Fury's turn, then they get to go. Alright. So we've got a single movement. We've been given a wild, we've got another wild, so... too far away. We may as well just play a punch, save the wild, I guess. We've got a wild and a punch. We could do... I do have 2, I could use 2 movement, no, but then I don't have a, I need a wild to get rid of that. So I guess I could play this. Use the movement. 1, 2, clear that, then we can gang up on them. Let's do it. Tired of having all these constraints. It's kind of like now we're clumped up and there's a single guy running around, but oh man, this is tricky. Okay. What does this say? You may deal 1 unpreventable damage to 1 thug or henchman in this or an adjacent location. Oh, let's do that. There we go. And we've spent that movement. That might be costly for us later. It's now their turn, I think. Moving 3 again. How annoying. But it is going to be Quake's turn, isn't it? So she's not too far away, but 1, 2, 3. Puts a single civilian out. Doesn't hit anyone. But then Quake doesn't really have... oh, man, if only... what have I given her? Given her a wild, so she could move and do 2 punches to him. Everyone else is too far away. Where's Maria Hill? What's Maria got? If I give her... I guess if Maria drew like a move and a punch, and I use this double punch, that could be good. But then if I don't get that, that could be really bad. I'm wasting a thingy. Although she gets to play 2 turns in a row or something. I don't know, that could be good. What's Maria played? Has she played a bunch of move and punches? She's played 1. How many other move and punches does she have? Maybe she's got more. Oh, should we risk it? Risk it for the biscuit? Do I play this now with no guarantee that she gets it? Boy, where is she? She's over here. 2, 3. Alright, so I'm going to move. I get to reveal my hand. Which is giving, I wish she had the solo training, which is giving her a movement token. See, that's where I'm like, I wonder if I should save this so I know I get the movement token. And then I can use it later to hunt him down. How much time have we got? Not a lot. Okay, there's only one card, so we may as well go for glory here. I don't think she's going to get another turn. All right. Okay. So it all comes down to this. Does Maria Hill... Well, it doesn't all come down to this, but it's pretty close, right? It's going to be Maria Hill... Where'd that card go that I played? Quake. What do I do with it? Which one did I play? Oh, it's here. Yeah. Okay, double punch. Alright. Why did I... Oh yeah, just with the double punch, I think I stepped here so I could just make use of that and get a star. Does that make any sense? Not really. If she's not going to be able to do anything by the time he gets... Because he's going to go... Then we'll get one more turn and it will be... Maria... Then it's going to be one... Oh, she might get one more turn. So yeah, okay, I guess. Yep. So Maria draws a card, so she, yeah, may as well stay there. I was going to say otherwise I could step here and get rid of another guy, but that's okay. Alright. So yeah, we're going over here. Alright. So Maria, let's please be a double. Sorry, not a double. Well, double wild would be great, but a move and a punch would be amazing. What have we got? Is everybody cheering? Double wild, that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay. Oh, excellent. Alright, here she comes. Diving in. Da, da, da. And she says, you know what? She says, oh no, that's not going to work. I was going to say, she says she's going to have another turn too, but we wouldn't be able to combo that well together. Okay, so she dives in and beats up the last Skrull. Down he goes. Alright. See, the Skrulls, they never had a chance because the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are used to like fighting and having to know who's who because they all look alike, so they can tell the minutest details. So there goes the last Skrull. I think I did everything right there. She was here, uses one movement, and then triple punch there. So wow. Okay. Well, hopefully you could follow all that. That was very confusing, but I didn't end up using any of these. These training cards. I had a lot of cool, useful ones, but I just never really used them. But I really liked that fight. So Josh, I think you were correct. I think they may not be the most exciting theme-wise, but they're such a fun battle. And Andrew, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that might have changed your mind about this box set. Man, that looked, that was a lot of fun. So holy moly, that was a cool fight. I'm sure you guys are, aware of if I've made any mistakes or anything like that. I think I sort of caught a few mistakes I'd made and sort of fixed them up and that sort of thing, but I think we got there in the end. So wow, that was really good. And these, again, another thing about this box set is I'm not really that interested in the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. I just like, yeah, they're kind of cool, but I was never a big fan of that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, or wasn't much of a, I didn't really read the comics and stuff and really into all the S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, they didn't seem super interesting to me. I thought they're the sort of thing that is fun for a thematic sort of fight like this, where it makes sense for the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents to be the thematic team that you fight with and all that sort of stuff. But I didn't think it'd be sort of my go-to sort of characters. But they all had really cool, interesting powers. And yeah, like this long range strike is like, that's pretty situational, but like when you can pull that off, like that felt super cool, like comboing that and then like following it up with the exceptionally trained to like take 2 Skrulls out and sort of dive out of the way and then take another one out or whatever we were doing there. Yeah, that felt really cool. So hopefully I didn't mess up the rules there and sort of cheat and do something I wasn't able to. So hopefully that was all legit. But it felt really powerful being able to do all that. So, well, there you go. The Skrulls, they were a super fun fight. So, and they were the fight I thought would be the least interesting. I thought, well, the Skrull Queen might be pretty cool as well. So very interested to see how she plays now. But yeah, that was really cool. I think that'll do it now in terms of my series of videos for showing off the different expansions and that sort of thing. I feel like we've shown off each of the expansions to a certain degree. Probably the only one I haven't probably specifically highlighted is the War of Kings, but I feel like I showed off a lot of those characters in that Civil War game, showing the Inhuman team there as well. So from here on out, I think the plan will be basically sort of dive into pretty much whatever takes my fancy. So we'll, I think we'll have a look at some of the promo characters and that sort of thing. I think the next one, there's been some people asking for it, and it was certainly my first fight that I dove into when I had to sort of pick what was my first fight I was going to do just off camera sort of thing, and that was US Agent. So I think people might be interested to see how he plays, and that whole idea of taking a hero deck and actually using the hero deck to play as a villain. And I have also played off camera where I did trial Havoc, the new Havoc in the jacket, and seeing if his deck of cards would work with the framework of the US Agent, and it pretty much did. Now, of course, that was just a one-off battle. Whether or not it's balanced enough to sort of stand up to multiple plays, who knows, but it certainly worked out to be a fun sort of competitive game. And so I'm really interested to see how US Agent sort of plays with a variety of heroes. Like, how open is that framework to being able to sort of plug in multiple different types of heroes? Having played it, I can definitely see that not every hero is really going to work very well at all, but I think there will be certain heroes that you could easily sort of sub in and they'd be a challenging enough fight, or a different enough fight to make them interesting, sort of, as opposed to US Agent. So I definitely want to show his system off, and yeah, then there's tons of different fights. So I want to show off. I want to team up the Winter Guard. I want to play against the Winter Guard. I want to try the Wrecking Crew. You can see a bit of a theme. I like those multi-villain battle sort of things, but Dakin would be really cool, and all sorts of things. So feel free to let me know what things you're looking forward to seeing. I might even start putting up some polls and things like that. But I also have a bit of a something special planned down the track for some of the stuff, especially in the core set, the multiverse core set. So I'll be showing off some of that stuff as well. But just waiting on something a little bit special to show off with that. So keep your eyes peeled on that. And the other thing, I know a lot of people aren't necessarily the biggest fans of this. I don't tend to get a lot of views when I post these videos, but I'm a big fan of it, and I love showing off all the hard work of the homebrewers. So my plan basically from here on out is to alternate between showing a official Marvel United product. Well, sorry guys, looks like I'm rabbiting on too long. The camera, the battery I think ran out or something. Not the battery, the battery got too full with the last one. So just as I was trying to say my last point, which was that I'm going to be alternating back and forth between the official product stuff and homebrew stuff. And so that's the plan. So hopefully if you enjoy one thing over the other, there'll still be plenty of content for you here on the channel, and lots of other stuff besides. And please let me know in the comments and that sort of thing as well. If there's particular stuff you want to see, more top 5 game types, or more gameplay on other games or things like that. But yeah, let us know what you want to see. But the plan going forward, at least with United, because that's what I love. I love this game system, and I really want to make sure I'm supporting both the official product that Andrea and Tiago and the guys at CMON have put so much love into, and I really love showing off their stuff and helping it thrive in whatever little way that I can with my little channel here. But I also really love the community, the Marvel United, or the CMON United community these days. And as part of that, I love, you know, all the creativity of the homebrew crew, and how much love and effort they put into all the stuff that they're making as well. So, you know, for one little example here, the world of One Piece has been put together mostly by Helios 23 in the community there, with a little bit of work from Nelly Nell as well. So you can see there's a huge range of effort that's been put in there, and you know, I love showing off this sort of stuff yeah, for you guys as well. So I'll be making sure to sort of support that, whether it's One Piece United, My Hero United, or other Marvel and DC United homebrew stuff as well. I definitely want to show that off, as well as the, you know, the official game that sort of got us going in the first place, sort of thing. So there'll be plenty of that, and yeah, I just hope you guys find something you like at the channel. If you want to join us at the Meeple Monkey Facebook community page, come along and show off all your painting, or just discuss your games and how much fun you're having with it, and different ideas and things like that as well. So this cold's getting the best of me now. I'm starting to say it sound a bit nasally, but I better leave it there. But yeah, thank you guys. Plenty more to come. So next game will probably be a homebrew game of some description, and then back into the official stuff, maybe looking at US Agent first, and then we'll go back and forth and check out the different stuff there. So let us know what you want to see, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you guys. Meeple Monkey out. Bye.